Welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm maxi, and I have another video for you guys. Today, I want to talk about Solana, a market leader throughout this cryptocurrency cycle. And I want to take a look at it because you guys know I've been a big bull when it comes to Solana. I've been buying since it was $8, taking profit along the way. And I want to give you guys my opinion on where I think it could be headed, to give you a little price prediction because I'm very bullish on Solana. So without further ado, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's hop in this video, guys. Okay, so over on crypto Twitter, I say scared money does not make money, guys. And it's the truth. It's the truth, you know. It's a fun little cliche I like to talk about and say because, you know, if I wasn't spooked when Solana was $8 and I really analyzed it and bought, I wouldn't have made some significant gains on it, you know. And I've been holding all the way. Have been taking some profit. I think took some profit around $80 and $90. Took some profit around $100. Took some profit at $150. And now I'm just kind of holding here and really waiting for a bigger move. And guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I want more exposure to Solana. I have a lot of Ethereum, and man, has it been lagging behind in the market, and I am prepared to swap some over. I did swap some. I've been talking about that for a while, but I want more Solana. Ethereum probably will have its day and really make big moves, but I will be honest, when that does happen, it's probably going to be towards the end of the cycle, so probably going to have to be really locked in when we see Ethereum make these big moves, and when you couple that with how Solana is moving, it's probably going to really underperform than if I were just holding Solana. So I do say scared money does not make money, guys. You got to be buying the fear. You really need to be buying the fear if you want to make generational wealth. You know, you can make money buying dips and dollar cost averaging in, but when you're really scared, when you're really scared and the market looks like it's all over and you're buying, that's how you build wealth. That's not how you just get rich. That's how you get wealthy, guys. So let's take a look at Solana right now. It is sitting at rank number 5, a very green day, although the entire other market, overall market, is kind of selling off. The S&P 500 is having a sell-off down about 1% on the day. Sold some cash secured puts, and really, it's a good day, honestly, I think. You know, there's a lot of uncertainty coming up with the U.S. presidential election. The market's chopping around. The crypto market was really excited this week. We saw big gains, and I think it speaks volumes seeing Solana making a move here to the upside and holding up and having a green day, being up 10% on the week amidst the entire market basically selling off. It's very fascinating. It's a very strong coin. Sitting at a nice 3.34 billion 24-hour volume, absolutely insane, and almost breaking an $80 billion market cap, guys. Solana's been very strong this cycle. I've been saying it for a while. It's basically the main character of this cycle. It's garnered the biggest community by far. I don't care what anybody else says. The community in the Solana space has just grown and grown. It's the fastest chain. It's the cheapest chain. And has the biggest community. And now there are some chains that are getting faster, but I like to say, you know, how fast do we really need to get here? At some point, it doesn't matter. At some point, it really doesn't matter when there's hundreds of thousands of transactions a second. Maybe if the entire world is using it, then it will matter. But I think that there will be an ability to make the transactions faster. And, you know, I talk about SWI. SWI is faster than Solana now, but at some point, it doesn't really matter. It's like our eyes, when we are watching something, our eyes only pick up 60 frames per second. But some computers and people that like to game want their computers to be at 200 frames per second, but our eyes can't even capture that, guys. So that's kind of what I'm saying, that there will be a cap at, okay, well, it doesn't really matter that it's faster. It's really who's using it and is it cheaper. That's really, in my opinion. And I do think that Solana has really taken that top spot this cycle, and I expect it to continue to make moves to the upside. When we look at Solana overall, you know, we have our little trend line that we're staying very nicely above, and this little wick right here, every time I look at this chart, it reminds me this is where I got stopped out on a decent amount of my Solana, and but it was profit. It was significant profit. Like I said, my average cost basis was between $8 and $16, guys, so selling at about 117 is where I got stopped out, and, you know, that's okay. It's okay, you know, that we have to have stop losses because if this would have closed below it, I think that we would have been looking at a much different chart, a much different chart. But I digress. We are above it. We are making big gains here, and I do expect it to make a big move to the upside. If Bitcoin decides to play nice here, guys, into the end of Q4 and into Q1 of 2025, I expect a $300 plus Solana. I see people talking about $1,000, $800. I think that's a little bit aggressive, but if that's what people need to say for us to get to $500 Solana, then keep calling those $1,000 price targets out. But I am very, very serious when I say that $300 is definitely a good point to be taking some profit. That's where I plan on taking some profit, maybe even some at 275, 280. That's not financial advice. This entire market could be stopped at a halt if Bitcoin decides to take a big move to the downside and start making some questionable moves, which we'll talk about towards the end of this video. But right now, guys, I'm bullish. I'm expecting Solana to make big moves above $300. I want more Solana. I have a big Ethereum bag that I've been wanting to swap over to Solana. And, this has kind of been a runaway train. And I think that it's going to be very, very tough for me to, I don't really want to be chasing this because I already have a decent amount of Solana. And I have a lot of Ethereum. And Ethereum is safer, if you will. But I do think the best risk to reward this cycle is Solana. And I am seeing it play out in front of our eyes here, guys. And guys, if you think that Solana is going to perform very, very well and you want to long or short it down and short the memes, long the memes, then check out in the description box below or the pinned comment down below. We have a $5,000 sign-on bonus to Blowfin. All you gotta do is click that link, deposit, trade a little bit, and you get a bunch of free money. Take advantage of this free money, guys, during these bull markets. They want you to use these exchanges. And guys, honestly, trading in bull markets is very, very easy. The hardest part is getting out. That's the tricky part about bull markets. I say that bear markets are way easier than bull markets because all you gotta do is buy and wait. But bull markets, all you gotta do is manage your greed, which is very, very difficult for a lot of people. But yeah, check out those awesome links down below. Leverage at your own risk. It's a very, very useful tool, but it can be very risky. So please be careful, guys. So where is the overall market right now? Look at this, guys. Look at this. So Bitcoin is above $66,000. All this red, and then you look at this, Solana, 170. Pretty crazy, but this is very canny of Solana. This is how every time, this is a common theme looking at this crypto heat map, and the only thing that's green in the top 20 coins is Solana. This is a reoccurring theme. It moves in a very interesting way. And it is a market outlier, if you will. And that's why I'm very bullish. It's just so strong. It's so strong. And I do expect it to continue to perform well. Bitcoin dominance trading at 57.75%. When you exclude stablecoins, 59.75%. Almost 60%, guys. And I do think that 62 to 63% when it comes to Bitcoin dominance is the top. It would take something biblical, massive moves to really push that higher to, like, say 65 or something ridiculous like that. I don't think that that's on the table at all. I think 63% is even pushing it. I do think that it's getting close to being topped out. We are close to the top when it comes to dominance, and I expect these altcoins to see big moves, guys, very, very soon. So we're going to have to be paying attention to that. So where's Bitcoin right now? Bitcoin is at a okay spot. It's honestly, I think we were due for this. A little bit of a pullback here. The market got really, really excited. Everyone was starting to call for new all-time highs right now, but guys, let's take our time. Let's take our time. I know it's been a long 8 months, but the longer we take to get to new highs, the higher we'll go, and the longer we'll stay there, okay? So I do think that the only point where I would say, okay, we're probably maybe looking for a bearish invalidation here would be a daily candle closure, seeing some multiple daily candle closures below 65,000, okay? We are cutting it a little bit close, but it's okay. We're retesting this, and I am prepared to see something like this, where we come here, retest, and start to make our way to the upside. Now, I don't want to see just a straight line up. I don't want to see that. I want to see some stair-stepping, making our way, fighting our way to the previous high, and then after we make our way and fight our way to the previous high, that's when you want to see that big move to the upside, a big wick, massive move. Hopefully a candlestick, not just a wick, but you probably see some wicking happening. And so that's what we need to be paying attention to. We don't want to see that just happen right away because it's going to stunt the growth of this bull market. And I do want to say that if we do break below 65,000 and we do see daily candle closures start to settle below 65,000, there is a world where something like this does play out. And I know I don't like being a big bear and saying, hey guys, you got to watch out. I don't like raining on people's parades, but this is something to think about. This is something to think about. You always need to have your invalidations when you're trading because, guys, there can be a high probability of something happening in the markets, but guys, all it is a probability. It can always deviate from that. Even if there's a 90% chance, there's still a 10% chance that that does not happen. You have to be thinking like that when you're trading. You cannot just always say, well, there's a high percent chance. You got to be thinking in percentages. You can't be thinking that, oh, it looks good, we're going up. There's always invalidations. There's always invalidations. But the likelihood of this happening right now, I won't be talking about this unless we see some daily, weekly candle closures below 65,000. So let's stay above that and let's see Solana make that move to $300, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think that Solana will break above $500 this cycle? I'm very curious. I think that would be insane. It's possible, but I think that would be insane. So let me know in the comment section below if you think I'm being too conservative and I need to have my moon boy attitude put back in my brain. But that's all I got for you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.